Sex gets better with age. I thought I was good. In my 20s and 30s, I thought that they are fine. And really, I wasn't that bad. But with the years, I could see, oh my God, what were we doing when we were younger? Sex gets better with age. I hope that would encourage all of you to wish to live longer. You have more to live for. I married at the age of 29. And so I am looking at what advice I would give to my 29-year-old self if I had met him dressing up for his wedding. What would I have told him? The first one is, appreciate the woman you have. Accept her for who she is, and you'll be fine. I realize after all these years that there are lots of people who marry and are looking at other people and wishing they had married those people. And because of that, they do not accept the good woman God has given them. I have learned that God has blessed me with a good woman. And once you appreciate her and accept her, you'll be fine. 2, marriage is very different from courtship. That is something that we all learn the hard way. Many people think that marriage will be an extension of courtship. Just when you are beginning to enjoy each other's company, then it is time for one of you to go home, and you wish that, oh, well, if we marry, then we wouldn't have to say goodbye, and we can have extended time together, and we'll have a wonderful time together, and all that. No. Marriage is very, very different from courtship. For one thing, courtship is easier. Courtship, if I got angry with Florence, she's going home. I'm also going home. We have enough space to work it out on our own. In marriage, when you are angry, you are going to the same bedroom, or you are lying on the same bed. If you are that angry and you get up from the bed, where are you going? You are going to the hall. Me too, I'm going to the hall. So that room to work out anger is not there. The sense of entitlement in marriage is not there for courtship. Marriage and courtship are very different things, and you've got to recognize that. Otherwise, it will mess you up. 3, marriage does not end sexual temptations. Oh, I still remember my 20s when I used to dream that, whoa, when I get married, then I'll have all the sex I need, and so I wouldn't look after on any woman would lust again for the rest of my life. And now I look at that and I go, ha, 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 ha. Because, boy, you don't know what you're talking about. No, marriage will not end it. So you've got to find a way of solving your issues with sexual desire before you marry. Otherwise, marriage would only accentuate it. It will make it worse. So remember that. 4, your marriage is your first ministry and your first mission field. And I say this because a lot of men focus on making a name outside the home. They focus on gaining a reputation outside the home. So that outside the home, everybody knows them as nice, everybody knows them as caring, everybody knows them as godly, everybody knows them as people who love God and are serving God. But at home, nobody knows them. You must understand that if you do not represent yourself well at home, it doesn't matter who you are outside. So whatever you are, let the people in the house be the first to testify to that. Let's go to 5. This is something I discovered after many years of marriage. Make love to a woman's heart first before you can make love to her body. So you have people who think that me, oh, I am very well endowed. Oh, me, I know all the Kama Sutra positions and tricks. For a woman, when you make love to her heart, she will then give you permission to touch her body fully. With a man, the key to my heart is what lies between my legs. 6, again, I learned this the hard way. Never lie to your wife. Gentlemen, I have scars to show. It doesn't work. It's not a good strategy. Never lie to your wife. She will find out. She may not find out the same day. Trust me, one day. And quite often, it will come up at a time when you have forgotten. And she doesn't have to go prying. It will be brought to her. She will be sitting, minding her own business. And somebody, Mrs. Whyte, did you know? No, on this day, I met, guess what? Your husband And so, hang on, my husband on that day was supposed to be in Obuasi. So, never lie to your wife. Gentlemen, that is a good policy to keep in your mind, because the sweating you will sweat when you're exposed, it's not worth it. 7, marriage takes more than love. Marriage takes more than love. Indeed, when you look at the things that can make marriage succeed, respect will come first, trust, commitment, communication, even humor would come before love. 8, it does not take money to marry. As we say, money does not buy love. It does not take money to marry. But without money, you will never fully enjoy your marriage. So go earn some money. Make sure you have a bit of money. 9, love is not a feeling, it's a choice. So when people come and say that, oh, the love is gone in our marriage, I don't love her anymore, I don't love him anymore, I say, hang on, what are you talking about? Love is not a feeling. So how did it go? If it's a choice, your choice doesn't go away unless you change your mind. So then own up to it and say that I have made up my mind. I want to move away. Don't come and tell me that I need to go away because the love is gone. Love is a choice. It wasn't a feeling. Hi, my name is James Whyte. Kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button. Thank you. 10. You have a lot of growing up to do, and your wife will help you. There are men who think they are wonderful. They think they are very patient. They think they are very cool. They think that, oh, I have my temper in control till you get married. And then they get married, and then they realize that, oh my goodness. And then they blame their wives. In one of the films I watched, a man strikes at his wife, hits her, and then yells, look what you make me do. She didn't make you do. She only revealed who you are. And marriage will do that to you. And it becomes very, very uncomfortable, especially when you've grown up believing that you are such a fantastic man. Then marriage shows you can be mean, you can be nasty, you can be short-tempered. And then you blame the woman in your life for bringing those things out. No, you are reflecting what is already there. Don't blame her. So you have a lot of growing up to do, and your wife will help you. And women are fantastic at that. They will help you. 11, marriage only works when the couple are great at forgiving each other. That is when marriage works. You will need 2 great forgivers to make for a great marriage. 12, marriage can be fun or hellish. The choice is yours. If you want your marriage to be fun, it will be fun. If you want it to be a battlefield, it will be the battlefield. It will be whatever you want it to be. It depends on you and how you play your cards. So play your cards well so you would have peace at home. 13, it's been fun growing old together. It's fun. I realize that a lot of men, as they grow older, begin to look for younger women. Sinbad, in one of his routines, talks about an old man going out with a younger girl, and he's beginning to have a stroke, and the girl thinks he's making faces at her. Don't do that. What are you doing with your face? If he had said with a woman of his age, the woman would have immediately known that, no, something is happening to you. A young girl is saying that, why are you making faces at me? And meanwhile, you are dying. 14, you won't always like each other, but you can always love each other. In other words, you can always accept each other. You can always be pleasant to each other. You can always be respectful to each other, but you will not always like each other. One of the friends I made told me this. This was a very big man, and he said, I had a rude awakening in my life when one day my wife woke up, looked at me and said, you know what, I love you, but I don't like you. And he said that made him sit up for the first time in his life. Yes, you will not always like each other, but you can always love each other. And to like each other, then you would have to always be mindful and go back and find out, are we cool? Many people don't ask that too often. 15, there is no point in being critical of your partner because she too can find a lot of things to be critical of you. Don't get a list and mark the things she's doing wrong and how she's not a good wife and things like that. Because if she's also to give you your list of how terrible a husband you are, trust me, for every 1 point you bring out, she can come up with 3. So don't go there at all, and just accept each other and love each other and get on. 16, respect the intelligence of your wife. 17, a wife is made for adversity. Sometimes you wouldn't know the use of a woman in your life until there's trouble, until there's adversity. It is then that you realize what a blessing it is to have the right woman by your side, because she can help you cope with it like nothing else can. 18, a woman is as reasonable as the level of communication you have with her. If you communicate well with a woman, she will be the most reasonable being you would ever met. Let her understand what is going on. Give her as much information as she can get. Answer her questions fully and truthfully, and she'll be reasonable. Otherwise, you may think you've married the cousin of the devil. So, a woman is as reasonable as the level of communication you have with her. 19, sex gets better with age. I thought I was good. In my 20s and 30s, I thought that they are fine. And really, I wasn't that bad. But with the years, I could see, oh my God, what were we doing when we were younger? It gets much better, much better with age. And that is, I hope that would encourage all of you to wish to live longer. So those of you who want to die at 40, no, you have more to live for in your 60s as well. 20, it is said that cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm going to use that same statement and take it at another level. Cleanliness is next to intimacy and romance. If you are not clean, intimacy and romance become some weight. It becomes difficult. Watch how you keep yourself, watch how you keep your surroundings, because it will have influence on your romance. Hi, my name is James Whyte. Kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button. Thank you. 21, a woman needs her friends and her social network, because a man cannot satisfy all the emotional and social needs of a woman. A woman always needs at least one good friend with whom she can roll, she can vibe, they can vent to each other. They would understand each other. 22, you married a girl. Don't forget that, because it never changes. Sometimes you look at the girl you married, she's become a mother, and you think that, oh, she's now different. No. She still wants to feel attractive. She still wants to feel sexy. She still wants to be pampered. She still wants to be, to feel that she's pretty and things like that. So you married a girl, that will never change. I believe that the girls will also know that you married a boy, and that will also never change. 23, a woman needs to verbalize. Don't stop her. When a woman is afraid or upset or insecure, she must talk about it. Don't say, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Let her talk. Let her verbalize. Let her say it. Get it out of her system. It will heal her. So don't say, oh, I know, and oh, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, don't think about it. Oh, don't. Or, no, it's in your mind. Yes, it's in my mind. That's why I'm talking. 24. And this came as a surprise to me, and I realized that it takes a lot for a man to accept that and to flow with that. And it is this. With all your faults, she really loves you. Sometimes when we discover ourselves for who we are, we see all our shortcomings and things like that. It becomes very difficult to accept the fact that somebody loves us, and somebody loves us to death. But that is what it is. With all your faults, she doesn't love you because you are perfect. No, just as you are. She loves you with all your weaknesses, with all your meanness, with all your silliness. She really loves you. 25. Always validate the feelings of your wife. So if she's upset, validate that. If she feels jealous of your closeness with somebody, validate that and do something about it. Don't dismiss her feelings lightly, because they mean a lot to her. 26 says to be vulnerable with your spouse. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable to your spouse. A lot of us try not to be. We try to hide all our vulnerabilities from our spouses. But part of what helps us to bond and what enhances intimacy is the fact that we are vulnerable to each other. It is to the extent to which we can be vulnerable to each other that enables us to be able to enjoy each other even more. 27. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener on the side that you water. So water yours and pay attention to it and see whether you will have the opportunity to enjoy and be excited about it. You know, there are people who, after they've married, they see another girl and the girl is pretty, she's well-groomed, and they think, my wife is not like that and I want this one. No, you to make that investment in your wife and you'll discover what a sexy and beautiful woman you have with you. 28, never treat your wife in a way you will not want your own daughter to be treated in her marriage. Always have that in mind. Because guess what? Your wife is somebody's daughter, and she was loved by her parents. And your daughter is going to be somebody's wife. You don't want karma to be visited on your daughter. 29, marriage will make you a better man. And you've got to understand that. It's not easy. You would have issues along the way. You'll have challenges along the way. But hey, marriage would make a better man of you. Is a reason why married men are often more attractive to single girls. Married men are attractive because at least they've learned one or two things about how to deal with a woman, how to make a woman happy, and all that. This is the marriage advice I will give my 29-year-old self. Hi, my name is James Whyte. Kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button. Thank you.